Hi, and welcome to Musicians Hangout with your hosts, Crash Fistfight from Hate It Noise and Maxine Maxwell from the Maxwells.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Oh my goodness, it's so great to be back. Is everybody enjoying that sunshine out here on the West Coast? Because I am. Oh yeah.
You know, next week it's going to be rainy, so
I know. So soak it up. We got got a couple more days left. And this is your weather report with Musicians Hangout. All right, guys, I'll go over our mission statement for our show, and then we will introduce our guest for tonight. So Musicians Hangout mission statement is to be part of a revolution, to create friendships with other artists, and build a community network to save music. And we keep doing that day in and day out.
Working hard.
A labor of love, right? All right. Yeah. So tonight we have Jacob Vano coming from Spokane, Washington. Hey, thanks so much for joining us tonight, Jacob.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Are you kidding me?
Doing good. Keeping busy. Having some good times lately, so yeah.
Is it sunny over in Spokane? We've been having sun here.
Nice. It's been beautiful lately. With all the gloomy weather, I've definitely needed to change myself. So it's been a lot good.
Yeah,
a lot better.
Awesome.
Yeah, even though you're in Eastern Washington, you get a little bit more of the Western Washington weather, I feel like.
Oh yeah, no, it could be sunny, rainy, hailing, and snowing all in the same day. Who knows? So.
Oh man,
it literally did that here. Like, I woke up and I came outside and it was raining, and then it started icing. I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, right.
And then it was
ice from the sky.
snowing, and then raining, and then sun came out, and then later that night, like, balls of hail about the size of peas started falling, and I was just like, what is going on here?
Where am I right now?
I feel you.
And then it all goes away, and the clouds clear.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's the fucking weirdest.
It is weird. That's spring, man. Definitely spring in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, too. So, sure. Jacob Vano, I'm so excited to have you on. Oh, sorry. I am just so excited to have you on. Like, I'm fanning out, dude, because, well, you've played our concert series, but we haven't actually gotten to hang out. So we have you on our show, finally, for our interview portion of Musicians Hangout. So tell us a little bit about your journey as a musician. How'd you get started in music?
Yeah, so pretty much I've been doing music ever since I was just a really young kid. My dad was in bands all growing up, so I had a really heavy influence in music from a very early age. And I remember kind of going to music festivals as a little kid and seeing, what my dad and his band were doing, and just being like, wow, I'm really amazed at that, especially as a young kid. So, I would fall asleep on the stairs listening to their band practices, and that made me want to learn, more about music. And then I got to see, a couple of bands early on, that were like more famous, like Kiss, Motley Crue kind of style bands. And I was like, whoa, this is like, what I want to do on stage. I want to blow stuff up and blow people's minds with rock and roll music. So I grew really attached to that early on. Right. And through like doing different music classes and things like that in school when I was really young, I kind of found the way that I would be able to express myself, I guess, with singing, and slowly developed an ability for instruments from playing with my dad, and also learning bass and things like that in orchestra and choir class, learning things from that, and just slowly kind of self-taught myself and worked with other artists to kind of learn things on my own, and from there just kind of developed into what I'm doing musically now. So
very cool. Well, and you do a lot now. You have been working on so many things. It's been awesome to watch you and get to know you through the music scene.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, and with the pandemic and everything going on, I kind of feel like I have to keep myself busy because I was so used to playing live shows regularly and touring that I had to kind of just fill that part of my life with something else musically. And so yeah, I've been working on a couple of albums. I'm working on one album that's a complete self-produced project, so all written, recorded,
Ooh.
all the instruments are me, fully
Wow.
produced by me, and I'm working on that kind of in the meantime while we're also working on another album with Amplified Wax Recording Studio, which is going to be all a full band project. So I'm kind of
Ooh,
working on two different things at the same time, but when they both come out, it'll kind of be like two different parts of the same kind of a thing going on with me. So artistically.
cool.
So I'm
Yeah, you
excited for
sound
all that.
super busy. Busy guy.
I do my best, do my best.
Yeah, especially if you're self-producing an album and recording it yourself. Like that's awesome. What
Yeah.
program do you use to record?
So I'm basically doing a lot of like with what my personal projects are, I'm keeping it really old school punk rock kind of influence sound, like old school, like the original mastered tracks for like the self-titled Ramones album. That was one of my really big influences on like the recording, the sound, the songs that are on it. So I'm currently using BandLab and running different vocals and instrumental tracks through that. But I'm trying to make sure that everything I use for this project has a very real raw kind of a punk rock sound, even if some of the tracks are more lighter acoustic tracks. It's just kind of something I want to give a real raw influence to in my own kind of style. But that's kind of why it'll be very different from the studio production album as
Hmm.
well. It's just kind of like something that I wanted to be a very raw piece of, I guess, material from myself, and then something that I felt was just a more polished, produced project as well.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
okay. I get that. I respect that.
For sure.
Well, I like the raw material too. Like it captures our music better when it's really raw and when it's really rough, and then we
Yeah.
can build on that for when we're going clean and beautiful in the studio.
Exactly, exactly. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah,
So,
it's like a window into your soul as a musician right there.
exactly.
Agreed.
So, what have you been up to lately? Have you played any shows?
Yeah. We've been doing a little bit of some acoustic shows and whatnot, kind of just getting back on our feet with doing some traveling around. This last weekend, we did a show in Lewiston, and then that was actually a really good show that we got to do to send my friend Ricky DeChamp off. He's moving to West Virginia, and he's going to be kind of doing a new skateboarding company and some different things based out of there. So we did a big show for him out in Lewiston at Brockstown Square and sent him off on last Saturday. And then we followed that up with a really cool 420 bash out in Springdale the next night. And that was a really fun time. So we got to meet a bunch of cool new people. And yeah, so we're just kind of getting back on our feet. We got another show, I know, May 16th, where we're opening up for Peter Rivera from the band Rare
Ooh,
Earth. So I really
sweet.
admire him because I really respect anyone that can play an instrument and sing, and the fact that he drums and sings. Any vocalist that can drum at the same time, I think that's that's very hard to do. So I have a lot of respect for it. So
Thank
I
I
you.
think
think that's
actually, I actually
so
think it's easier to
it's
drum
hard.
and sing than it is to strum and sing. Like I can't
Oh,
play
it
bass
is.
and
It
sing,
definitely
but I can
is
play drums and
for
sing
sure.
all day. So it's
For
weird.
sure. Yeah. No, definitely, but I think that's really cool. So I'm excited for that, and
Cool.
yeah. Then other than that, we're kind of just taking it easy, working on our recordings, our couple albums, and then we're waiting to kind of just see what's going to be available to perform, kind of as we're going forth
Yeah.
with this and everything like that. But whatever is kind of available that we can do, real safe, gigs where everyone's healthy and in a good, position, everyone's feeling good and all that. And, we just want everyone to have a good time. So we're just kind of looking for good shows and good opportunities to safely be able to do that. So, yeah, but whatever we can pick up, we're definitely looking at some more shows. And I know we have a couple of outdoor camping festivals scheduled for like
Nice.
September, because we're going to do like the Clonapalooza Music Festival in September. And I know we
Sweet.
have a couple other things, but yeah, so that'll be fun when we get kind of to figure some of that out.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. I'm hoping that things are a little better in the fall for all of us too, because I'm starting out in the music scene again in August, hopeful that, you know, we can remain in a safe phase, like you said, you know, everybody can stay safe. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
better than last year was, but it's still
Right.
not the same, you know?
Exactly.
But that's okay. We're making do. All of us have made do with what we've got.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Well, and it's pushed a lot of us into the studio too. And we've written a lot of really cool music through the pandemic, and that we're all going to be, you know, showcasing when we do come out. So
Yeah,
I'm just so
exactly.
excited to see some of your new stuff live, dude. It'll be so cool to see out there.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, and a lot of the full band album material, we've been kind of before the pandemic, we were gigging it out live just because we wanted to make sure, you know, when we went into the studio that we were strong on it. And we like to kind of emulate a lot of the same sound that we put out when we're performing live into our studio, so that it's not like, you know, you listen to the record and it's like, oh, that record sounds so much better than they do when they play live, or they sound better live than on the record. We want to make it something where the tight sound that you hear live or on the record is very similar, and something that's still very you know, in place or powerful no matter what. Like nothing's taken away from what we're trying to convey, you know, because we do all of our stuff live and try to kind of emulate what we try to put out for people at live concerts, and the same kind of
Yes.
energy as well, which I noticed is very difficult for when you're on stage and you're excited and you're all amped up and you got adrenaline going, and then you're in the studio and you got to try and bring that energy with you. It's sometimes hard to translate that over. So
Yeah, it can be hard.
for
Yeah, you
sure.
almost have to trick your brain into thinking that you are somewhere else. That's
Playing
how
live, yeah.
I got over stage fright, because I was afraid to go out there and put myself in front
Yeah.
of an audience. But luckily, I'm a drummer. I can hide behind that, but I sing too. So,
Right,
you
right.
know, like people watch, and it got easier when I would think about myself in my band room. So I'd envision myself in my home studio, and
Mm.
that no one else was there and I could get into it. And now it's
Right,
the
right.
opposite. I miss that crowd. So,
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that so funny how that gets?
yes.
I
Yeah.
feel that the same way for sure.
Very cool.
Even Haiti Noise is talking about doing shows now. I'm pretty pumped. Like I'm like, yes, we need to go out there and like hit that punk rock scene, because
Oh,
man,
absolutely.
oh
Yes.
man, I'm telling you, like everything I heard last night when we recorded, I was just like, this is just fucking pure gold right here. Like the punk rock community really needs this sound right now.
No,
Yeah,
serious. Definitely.
definitely.
Yeah, and I love that you are punk rock too, Jacob. Like, I love that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I try to, because I listen to all kinds of music, so I try to just grab influence wherever I can, because I think that's what's going to make it to the point where my music is kind of more versatile, where like, oh, you listen to one song and it's like, oh, this doesn't sound like this or that. It kind of just has its own thing. And I love the Ramones. I love old school punk, old school hard rock, heavy metal. But yeah, no, I just love getting up there and sometimes just ripping some punk riffs. I mean, it's just like there's nothing better than that. So
Heck
hell yeah,
yeah.
Right.
for sure. Yeah, no, I try to just love all kinds of
Funny.
rock and roll and everything. Just listen to it all. Rock on, you know?
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's hard to like pin down a genre sometimes, especially when there's subgenres within the genre too. You know, it's just good old rock and roll. And that's how, you know, we're all able to play concerts together, because when you boil it down, it's some version of rock.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. That's why like a punk band, a hard rock band, maybe kind of a heavy metal band, even though they're all different, a lot of times they'll still fit together really well on a bill if all the bands have a very similar kind of a high energy. So yeah, I can totally get that. I like playing with all kinds of different groups because sometimes it's nice to just have the feel of the concert just switch up completely because it's a totally different style of band. So.
oh, definitely. And there's some peeps you just want to keep playing with too. You find your music family and you just want to keep doing concerts together. And the LLS concert has actually been a really good, event to network with people that you really click with, because we all go out to play for a good cause, and then we meet each other and mingle and, start following each other and playing other concerts together.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I actually think we are playing the LLS concert for this year on I think it's August 21st.
I saw that. Yes.
Yeah, so we're on that one as well for this year. Yeah.
So we're hosting online. We'll be at the event.
Nice.
My band's playing that venue the weekend before. The Maxwells will be at Rumors the weekend before that. And then we host Musicians Hangout will be live streaming from that a venue that day for the LLS. So we will see you there.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to it.
For sure. Me too, definitely.
They're having another LLS at the Anchor. I think it's the Anchor in July, on July 25th, and I want to make it out to that. So I'm going to try to make it out to that. So our friends Masako and Adam are playing it, I believe.
Oh, hell yeah. Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah. So Cherry Dragon will be on the bill for that.
Cheers to Cherry Dragon.
Cheers, Cherry Dragon. We love you guys. Big shout out. You got some people in this chat, Jacob. You got people shouting out to you. Let's see.
Left and right.
Matthew says, hey, Jacob.
What up, Matt? What's going on?
We got Danny Six in his house. He's like,
hey,
good
brother. Yeah. By the way, while we got Danny Six on here, we're going to be doing a song together that's coming out April 25th called "Let the Devil In," and it's going to be a collab on all platforms. So, well, I got him in the got to make sure I give him a shout out on that one. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah! Looking forward to that. Yes. So sure. Good connections we got on here. We got Kelly Ray in the house. Hi, Kelly Ray. Woo! What's up, bro?
What up?
He's basically from Ohio. And Licking County Metalheads.
Yes, if you guys don't follow Licking County Metalheads yet, you should. They air live on Fridays, 4 p.m. Pacific time and 7 p.m. Eastern. So they're over in Ohio. They're over in Ohio, and yeah, they're tearing up the local scene over there. So follow them too. They're all about saving the local music scenes also over on the east side. So give our brothers a like.
Awesome.
So I have a crazy question for you, Jacob. So when you listen to music, do you listen to it as a whole, or when you listen to it, you break down everything?
That's a great question. So I would say a lot of it probably depends on like the intricacy of like the individual parts of a song. So like maybe like, let's say if I'm listening to something a little more punk rock and the bass and the guitar kind of maybe doing a very similar riff or something like that, maybe I'll kind of hear a song as a full part, like it's all one piece. But maybe like if the guitar's doing one intricate piece and the bass is maybe doing a different kind of a movement, or there's multiple guitars doing different things like a rhythm and a melody type of thing, I may kind of just listen to differing parts. And I think because I play most of the instruments that you hear when you hear a live band, like play bass, I can play drums, sing, and play guitar. When I hear a band, I hear all those things individually, I feel like, for those reasons. So I guess it all just kind of depends for me sometimes on the song and like how many different parts are in it. But yeah, no, I definitely pick apart certain things and listen to different instruments when I really like certain parts of it. So for sure.
That's funny that you say that. As a women in audio, Maxine and I are both part of that group. We
She's
had
more part. I'm
yes.
a supporter. I don't record.
But anyway,
She
so
records.
we had one of the producers from Prince's albums. A lot of his albums were produced by this woman. Well, she quit producing music to go be a doctor to see how music and the brain correlate with each other.
Oh, wow.
And apparently, science says that only musicians break down the parts.
Really?
As other people in the world, non-musicians, they hear it all as a whole.
That makes a lot of sense.
So I'm kind of doing my own little like scientific research study. So I'm asking musicians like how they see it, but I'm taking it different. Like, do guitar players only listen to the guitar parts and break it down, or do they listen to drums and break it down? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, definitely.
Yeah, as a percussionist myself, I tend to focus on the drums, the percussion parts, especially mine. I'm, my own worst critic. So I'm like, oh, I need to redo that track, or oh, that's spot on. I like to listen to the drums a lot and the vocals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Jeffrey. Ladies, he plays drums also. Duh.
Oh yeah, he plays everything. That's right.
That's true.
Really
yes, I do.
It's true. And we got Rock Mama in the house. Hey, lady.
Hell yeah, lady.
Hi. We love you.
I love you, Rock Mama.
Can't wait to host that.
I know. Yes. I can't wait to see her when we come back out that way for the couple shows we got going. So.
Oh, she's
Rock Mama
amazing.
and I come way back. And I tell you, you will never find a person just more true and just amazing. She just is so amazing. She works her ass off for our community.
Absolutely.
So she does. She's a big part of this industry out here. Oh, definitely. I accidentally clicked on Adam. Sorry, but it's a good thing.
Adam.
Yay, Adam.
Hi. Oh my God. She got it. Yes. So Adam and Masako met online, I think through Facebook. Anyways, long story short, I was the best man at the wedding. And they are two of my most favorite people on the planet. And Adam is an amazing guitar player, and I'm so excited she got her green card.
Me too. Congratulations, girl. Oh, gosh, I can't wait to hang out with all of you guys.
Cheers on the whole green card for Masako.
Cheers, friends. It's been a long journey. I know. It's a hard process. Oh, my goodness.
2 years. 2 years. It took.
Oh, we've got Chris.
Sorry, this show's about Jacob.
It's true. We keep shouting everybody out. We're like, hey.
Do
it. Cheers. We've got Chris in the house from Coffin Smasher, and they play this weekend. Oops, sorry, that was the wrong one. Yeah. Coffin Smasher, Sin Circus, No Buffer, Friday Rumors. And I hear Pharmacy is playing. Yeah, Pharmacy is also on the bill for that one.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know where Rumors is located, Rumors is the former Uncle Sam's in Spanaway.
Spanaway, Washington.
Yeah.
Yes, Washington.
You'll see the setup they got there when you come out this way, Jacob, for the LLS benefits. So
good deal.
Sweet.
Yeah, I played a little bit in Spanaway, but I think when we went out there, it was at a place called the Y Sports Bar, and that was one of our first
gigs out there. I've played the Y a long time. It's been a grip of time, but yeah,
it's been a long time.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about that place till you brought it up, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Right. For sure.
Oh, sweet. Adam says he's going to share the stage with you.
But 20-day coma.
Oh, sorry, I clicked on it, friend.
Great minds think alike.
They do. We both click. We both have authoritative, action on both ends, and we start clicking together and doing the same thing
At the
sometimes.
same time, yep. Awesome.
That's why we're friends, because we think alike.
There you go.
So yeah,
No,
he says
cool.
he's sharing the stage with you at Rumors, playing with 21 Day Coma. Sweet! I can't wait to see that lineup, dude.
That'll be awesome.
Hell yeah. Well, Jacob, tell us some stories from concerts you've played in the past. You've played a lot of places. What are some stories that stick out to you?
Yeah, I mean, so I would say probably some of the stories that stick out to me the most from when I was really probably picking up the most on some of like our touring and whatnot was like when we would go play like in California. I was still under 21, so I would have to go wait outside, come in, set up, play, and then go outside, or set up and then go outside and then wait till it was our time to play, basically. So one time we were getting set up at this place in, I believe it was Pomona, California, or I think it was in Laguna Niguel, but I can't quite remember the name of the venue. But there was an earthquake in California that started right as we were doing our sound check. So all the cars in the parking lot are like moving like this, like it's a pretty big earthquake. And I'm in there inside the venue doing my sound check, and everyone leaves and nobody tells me anything. So I didn't notice that it was like an earthquake outside, but they weren't letting me go in and out of the venue at the time. So I'm like, oh, well, I don't know why everyone's leaving. What's going on? And then everyone eventually came back in. They're like, oh, what, you still in here doing sound check on your guitar? There was an earthquake outside. And they showed me a video, and all the cars are moving and stuff. So that was probably one of the craziest times,
awesome.
but I didn't even know there was an earthquake outside because we were sound checking.
Oh, wow. That's crazy, dude.
So that was one of the really just memorable probably moments on the road.
That was so awesome. I move cars.
Yes. No biggie. It's just what my music does, guys.
Yeah,
it
we're shaking
evokes
the earth
the
with
earth
some
to
rock and roll
move.
tonight. So
Jacob,
That's what's
no,
supposed to happen.
I was like, that's probably the most punk rock thing ever. Like,
That is pretty punk, man. That's cool, dude.
oh man.
Shit.
Okay, so Jeffrey Wold has a question. He wants to know what date you guys are playing that show at Rumors. So that is the LLS concert, right? The August 21st. Hold on.
Yeah, I believe it's August 21st. I know the date for sure is August 21st. 21st. But
Yep.
I wasn't too sure if the venue. But yeah, I think it is Rumors. I think it is Spanway.
It's
Yeah,
Rumors.
so they have us on the 21st. I'm not too sure what like our set time or any of that is. She'll let us know pretty much as that gets closer. But yeah,
Rock Mom is good for it. She'll let you know.
So people should tune in the whole entire day because it's for a good cause. I don't care who's playing.
And all the artists are amazing.
Musicians, yes.
So
and it's for a good damn cause. Like, who doesn't want to fight cancer? Like, come on, donate.
No.
Exactly.
So,
well, we'll be there. We're going to be there early even. So show up early, meet everybody you want to meet if COVID restrictions allow for it. But yeah, Crash and I will be on site really early.
We'll have our masks on.
Pictures, autographs, whatever you guys want with Musicians Hangout. We're there, and we're there to support the cause. Jim Day says, maybe it was your sound check that moved the earth. Agreed.
Jim Day.
There you go.
Oh, Kelly Ray's calling you out, my girl.
Oh, I know. Yes. I am oh wait, you can't really say it. I am a cancer survivor.
That's awesome. That's so
awesome. My date is January 23rd, 2019 is my remission date. So, yeah, I kick cancer's ass.
She did.
If I can do it.
Right in the face and said, fuck you to cancer. You did it, girl. Cheers.
You're not fucking take me. Cheers on my... Oh, wait. It's this way.
Cheers.
We're so retarded. We're like,
it's backwards, Lance. Every week we remind ourselves of this, but then we start drinking. We're like, oh yeah, it's backwards. Remember? We've only been doing this 90 times.
The other way. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so it's
man.
week 90,
Well, that's
everybody.
not true because when we started, we had Google Chrome, and Google Chrome was like normal. But then we got on StreamYard, and StreamYard is backwards land. So when I went to point at Maxine, I actually have to point to the left, not the right, because I'm pointing to the right.
Right.
It's weird.
Sometimes we switch screens. Like if I start the feed, then I'm the first screen, and then we're broken for the night. I'm like,
and we're like,
wait,
off.
you're over there.
We're like,
no. Oh, Matthew says that you sound a little bit like Eddie Vedder. That's a compliment right there.
That is a big compliment. I've heard people tell me Eddie Vedder, Lane Staley, and Chris Cornell, and those are like some of my top 3 for all music. So like, whenever I hear any of that grunge influence, people say I have my voice, I'm like, yeah, no, that's as big of a compliment as it gets, really. So.
Yeah, those are some really good vocalists you listed off there. Damn, Chris Cornell could peel paint off a building with his voice. Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's a big aspiration for me to reach that level as a vocalist for sure.
Yeah.
So this wicked sucks. Our friend Matthew is battling cancer right now.
Yes,
Boo! And yes, fuck cancer. That is literally what my tattoo says. It says, fuck cancer.
Yep. I like that.
All right, I gotta go grab my headphones. I'm starting to get like an echo.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I got you. Yeah, Matthew, I'm so glad that you are fighting that and you're going to make it through it, and we're here for you.
For sure.
Wow, Chris also fought it. That's awesome. That you fought it and you won. Thanks for taking care of yourself, you guys. You mean a lot to more people than you know. And yeah, fuck that cancer. It can't have you. It doesn't get to take good people away from this earth. No way. So, Jim Day back on Eddie Vedder here. At least you can enunciate, unlike Vedder. Oh, unlike Vedder. Yeah, you can understand. You can understand, Jacob. That's why I can kind of get that Chris Cornell feel when you said that, because Chris Cornell can really enunciate when he sings, and I really try to do that too when I'm singing too. So, have you sang since you were just a little kid?
Yes, yeah. Actually, me and my dad, when I was a very little kid, he wrote a song when I was probably like maybe five or so, and it had just a couple of little singing parts in it, just like in a couple of spots where the band would pause, and then I'd have a little part here and there, and that really grew, what I kind of started doing in school when I was a little kid, because they would just be like, "Oh, you kind of already know how to sing, and you're like a 5-year-old. So if you want to do a school musical or whatever, they would encourage me to." And I was like, okay. And
that's
from
cool.
there, I kind of grew to love more so not just the singing and the music itself, but the actual live performance aspect. So that's why I really, when I hear about music classes and things like that, not being able to receive, funding or what have you with certain schools and things like that, that always makes me really sad, because, I think without a lot of the early influence I received and the early encouragement that I got from teachers, in the music classes and things like that, that was invaluable for me, overall, just what I was able to learn. So for sure.
That's really cool. Yeah. It's really interesting to hear how everybody kind of starts out, even when you're a kid, starting out with your vocals and your musicals, because you meet people on stage and they're rockers and you don't know their background, you don't know where they started and who were the band geeks, like I was a band geek.
Right.
Yeah. And you grow up to be a cool rock star, guys. So band geeks are good.
Yeah, no, very true. I was in the orchestra and the choir and all that. But yeah, no, I mean, if the things you can learn from like what, just the composers that put together a lot of the classically arranged music and stuff like that, is phenomenal. Because I think even a lot of the best rock or heavy metal artists in some ways do use parts from classical influence, like Randy Rhoads. He's one of my favorite guitar players of all
He's
time.
awesome, man.
One of my biggest influences just in all of music.
Cool.
But yeah, so I really think a lot of his classical influence is what really made his guitar playing so unique. So yeah, I have a big appreciation for a lot of that material as well. So for sure.
Very cool. Yeah, that also echoes what you said earlier about, listening to all genres and playing different genres, because then you grow that appreciation for those particular sounds and that particular type of music, and it becomes part of your sound too.
Yeah, exactly. And
I
feel
he wants to know how old you are.
22. I'll be turning 23 this July. So July 9th, I'll be actually turning 23.
A youngin'.
I know it. People tell me I'm young, but I know I'm going to be young, and then all of a sudden I'm going to be old. So I'm trying to enjoy it while I'm
We
still
all
young.
said that, but we're still young.
Yeah, good deal.
You're
good
only
deal.
as young as you feel. You're only as young as you feel. Don't worry, Jacob.
I still feel pretty young, but I think my back feels a little maybe older than I do. So sometimes.
Yeah, musicians are rough on our bodies.
You're actually younger than my youngest daughter.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't want to say it, but nobody likes you when you're 23.
Yep, I know. I'm getting there. Like,
perfect. I had to throw in some Blink 182 humor there, guys. Check out
Jim also.
Becker. Okay, we'll do.
Jason Becker.
Okay.
We'll do.
So
he's funny over there in the chat.
Yeah, sometimes.
What are some other questions the chat has for Jacob? I mean, we found out how old he is.
Well, I actually have a question. So you have a lot of inspirations. I want to know, like, all your inspirations. You know what I mean? Like, who all inspired you? It could go from, like, Beethoven to, I don't know, Des So Far from Devil Driver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's hard because, like, I try to just listen to so much of everything, but like I try to listen to just all of it, like everything from like Ozzy Osbourne, Aerosmith, Steve Miller to like Korn, Pantera, Megadeth, Bob Marley, Tupac.
Right. But I'm saying, like, who has actually stuck out in your brain? Like, I'm going to tell you right now that Modern English, I'll Stop the World and Melt With You, was life-changing.
Right.
Life-changing.
Right.
So they are my number one, like, inspiration. Like, I want to be like Modern English. So who has actually, like, inspired your musical influences, I guess?
Right. So I get what you're saying with that. I would say probably the number one for me would be Randy Rhoads. When I hear some of, like, I've listened to tapes or whatever that they've recorded of his unused, like, guitar solo material, just the different things. Like, I mean, I've watched live videos of him doing like the solo for Mr. Crowley, different, just the solos, magnificent. And even his early work in Quiet Riot, I think really, that period in time for the band was, a really special period for them because of his guitar playing and his writing specifically. So a lot of things that I do, and it's even probably pretty clear in the kind of guitar I play, because I play a blue Flying V standard Randy Rhoads kind of model. So I mean, there are certain things that I want to be an individual at in certain ways, but definitely he's a major artist that I would try to emulate. And vocally, I would say I like a lot of the feel that Ozzy brings to what he's written on guitar. So as a vocalist player, that's definitely kind of what I would say is the major for me. So,
dude,
That's awesome.
I really like how you say vocally. I try to emulate somebody's guitar. Like that is a really cool way of saying shit.
right,
Like
right,
I
yeah,
try to play guitar with my vocals. That's
yeah,
cool as
exactly.
shit.
Exactly, yeah. Because I mean, when it comes to, being in a band, I think it's like if you can listen to the other instruments and try to find what your part is, that would be that part for that instrument with your instrument or what you're bringing to it. That's just, I mean, that's how you're going to build the song really in a tight way. So, yeah, I mean, if that makes sense, but
It does make
But
sense.
no, that makes perfect sense. Maybe it's just
for
because
sure.
we're musicians, but
Yeah,
no,
sometimes I don't
I like that.
know.
I like that metaphor though. Like I
Yeah,
like
that's a
the
cool
saying
metaphor.
like the guitar parts for Randy Rhoads. I get that.
Right,
That
right.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and when you
Exactly.
said that you were really influenced by Randy Rhoads, I can hear that in your music. I just love, love, love all projects that Ozzy has been part of, and
Oh yeah.
Randy Rhoads really did bring it when he worked with Ozzy. It's true. Yeah, he was amazing, and it was cool to get to see them work together. Yeah,
I
and I
mean,
know
rest
Ozzy.
in
I know
peace.
Ozzy really, really misses Randy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got to watch some videos where they were showing Ozzy different videos of Randy in the studio that he had never even heard when they recorded it. And his
Wow.
reaction was, it's on YouTube, but yeah, his reaction was just like priceless. I'm like, man, that's just insane. What a timeless piece of music.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
Yeah, but
beautiful. Yeah.
didn't they get Zach Wild out of the deal?
Yeah.
I think they may have had Jake E. Lee, I believe, did guitar after
Okay.
Randy, but before Zach. So
Okay.
yeah, but Zach was
Yeah,
in
there was.
Ozzy as well,
But
and he's another one
still.
of my probably top 10 guitarists. And I got to see them live, and I actually got to like basically touch Zach
Oh,
Wild. Like right there, because he jumped into the crowd and he was doing a guitar solo. He was playing with Black Label Society, and jumped into the crowd, and I was right there, and he was soloing. I was like, "What's up, man?" Got to touch him on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, dude!" And he dipped off and ran into the crowd, and that was really cool. So
oh, that's
got to
awesome.
meet him a little bit, and he was hanging out with one of my close family members. She goes by Rockin' Amber Ray. She does a lot of cool hosting and stuff for rock shows around
Cool.
here. She actually got to meet and hang out and talk to him about a show that we were doing at the time, which was in dedication to Dimebag and Vinnie
Oh,
Paul.
wow. That's
He
cool.
passed.
Nice.
Yeah, so we did kind of like a show for the Abbott brothers and whatnot way back for like a memorial type deal. So she got to tell Zach about that, and that was just a very cool experience. So that was
Oh, that
awesome.
is sweet.
Hmm. So
Absolutely.
our girl, Allie, we all know Allie. She's having a hard day. She says
Oh,
that she's jobless. Her bands aren't practicing this week.
sorry.
And she said, I love me some Jacob Van Dale.
Love y'all too,
So,
man. We'll have to get out that way again when everything's opening back up for some shows and get to see all those guys, man. I miss them. So
Hell yeah.
oh, yeah.
Ellie.
Oh, God, yeah.
Thanks for
Allie,
tuning in,
girl,
Ellie.
you know I love you. I'm always here from you, girl.
Yep. Love you,
Anyway,
girl.
like anytime, any day.
for sure.
Call me.
Well,
I'm free
yes.
sometime this week.
Glad you could tune in with us, girl, and have your spirits lifted with Jacob Van L.
Son Jacob Van Dale.
No,
So, it's actually Maxine's turn for a question. And then I
yeah,
have a
we've been
question.
trying this new thing. Allie, you're gonna make so much fun of us because they don't have scripts on their show. But we want
Yeah.
to make sure that each of us gets our, equal amount of talk time on screen because believe it or not, Crash has a really long leg because she starts the stream. So she's about 5 seconds ahead of me and 10 seconds ahead of you. So when we all start talking, we can start talking over each other. So we're trying to do a balance thing.
Right.
So my question for you is, what's your favorite way to listen to music when you're listening to music? Is it vinyl? Is it cassette? Is it live? Is it streaming? What is it?
That's a good question. Pretty much, I think my favorite way that I've really gotten to experience listening to music, I do like listening to it on the vinyl, but
Me
I
too.
got to listen to a lot of my favorite albums. I grew to love them by listening to them on cassette. So like my dad had an old Oldsmobile or whatever back in the day, and instead, for all the young kids wouldn't get this, but it's got the built-in cassette player in it. So you gotta, run the tape back, throw it in there. But then you gotta play one side, take it out, and flip it, play the other side if you don't know. But yeah, so that was always fun, man. Because for me, I'd listen to the first half of the album, and I'd be looking at the cassette and the artwork on it and all that. Man, cool, and then you flip it over, and as you're waiting to play the next side, you're like, man, I can't even wait for the next whole half of the music. So, I mean, there's stuff about that I really like,
Yeah.
because it's like there's so much, like with all those things that they came out with, like the old vinyls. Like I have some of the old Kiss vinyls that my dad had from back in the day when they first came out, and the sleeves, the artwork, you pulled the thing out and it's got all the lyrics and everything there. And
Yes.
there's something that's just so much cooler to me about that than, streaming it. I mean, I like streaming for the convenience, but then also,
Right.
2/3 of the time when I'm on tour somewhere, I can't even get my phone to stream the music wherever I'm at anyways. I'm like, dang, I wish I had the old cassette player or whatever back in the day. But yeah,
Yeah.
so, but that I would say that's probably how I go to really enjoy a lot of my music, because a lot of that, I mean, there's no remastered version, there's no this or that. That's what they put on the tape, like that's the track. So that's what I really enjoyed about it, kind of like we were
So
talking before, the rawness of the music. So
right.
for
So
sure.
my car is so old that, like, I mean, I do have a CD player, but I also have a tape deck. But I have
Mm-hmm.
nowhere to like plug my phone in to listen to it stream. So I
Right.
have. Oh no, it gets better. It gets better. So I bought my car from one of my ex bandmates, who we are still good friends, and he like had this cassette with a plug that plugs into your phone or whatever device, so I
Oh
can
yeah.
like put it in the tape deck to listen to Pandora on my phone. So like
Oh,
my
right. Yeah, I have seen
Yes.
that.
like
That's
like we used
awesome.
to do with like CD players when our cars didn't have CD players. We just had cassettes. So you had like this cassette player that plugged into your CD player.
Right,
Well,
right.
now I can plug into your handy dandy smartphone device.
Yeah, exactly.
So, so
That
that's
is
how I'm
awesome.
rolling these days.
That's
For sure.
great. Man, I remember
So
having the adapters for like your Walkman to be able to do that in the car, like I want to listen to my CDs, but I don't have a CD player. I just have a cassette player. Oh yeah, Allie, I knew you'd say something about,
she
the
was
whole
like, it was dumb.
we're trying to
Man,
step
that's
it
another
up,
show we got to
Allie.
get on again, man.
Oh,
Is the Law Dog show.
Hell
oh,
yeah.
and this is her response. She said, maybe, just maybe, I'll
Yeah.
call you Jacob when I feel like doing my show. You better call,
Okay,
Yes.
girl.
sounds
His
good.
schedule's filling up.
Getting busy
She
this year.
and she also says that she misses having an actual copy of people's music for the art and sleep. Girl, I'm
Heck
telling you,
yeah.
where do you
Yeah,
go and buy like CDs or cassettes or vinyl? Where do you go these days? There isn't like a Tower Records or a Silver Platter on every corner anymore. Like
right.
I like, is Easy Street Records even a thing anymore?
There are some
I don't even
record
know.
stores downtown in cities. If you're really hardcore about collecting vinyl, I know. And some CDs end up in the pawn shops, but man, CDs and cassettes are coming back with popularity, so they're starting to crop up in the
Yeah,
antique
and
shops, vinyl shop.
Casey's like your local record store, but where is that, Casey? Where are our local record stores? It seems like if you want music, you need to buy it from the bands themselves, or
Yeah, that too.
I guess
I mean,
Amazon.
I do
I don't know
encourage
what
that
you're
because the
into,
best
but
way, to support an artist is to buy music from them directly,
Yep.
in a lot of cases. But I mean, there are still some, some good local record stores. A lot of places, with the COVID and everything, they did struggle and had to close their doors. I mean, we were working with a really cool local record store out of Yakima. They were called Off the Record, and they were doing live local
oh,
concerts. And they would let the bands that play there stock their CDs on the shelf and whatnot.
That's
And
cool.
so I know
Mhm.
myself and the band Children of Adam, which is from out here in Spokane, and a couple of my other friends who had
right.
toured Yakima, definitely were all stocking CDs and whatnot through them, and they were really cool
Mhm.
about having old vinyls, old cassettes, all that. But
Ooh,
sadly, I do believe they went out of business as well. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool record stores, but a lot of them are definitely just having a bit of a hard time right now. So
Yeah, like everybody,
for
right?
sure,
Wall Street.
right.
for
Yeah.
sure. So,
And
Buy
I feel
local, everybody. Buy local.
dude,
yeah,
buy
exactly.
from the bands you go and see every damn time, please.
You've got a question here in the
Seriously.
chat from our friend Danny. He says, "What
Ooh.
is your favorite song you've released from your originals, my dude?" Yeah, what is
Oh,
your
that's
favorite of your songs?
a great goddamn question, actually.
Hell
It is
yeah.
too.
Do
It is
tell.
too. Man, that's a hard call, but because I mean, I've released an EP with my full band, and I've released some solo material and all that. But I think probably out of all the songs that I've come out with, I would have to say right now my personal favorite is the song "Hollow Days." And I wrote that song around the time my grandfathers
Yes.
both had recently passed away, and it was just kind of a song about how I was really feeling at the time. Like it was something like that came from a very deep part of my feelings at the time, and just kind of like where my mindset was at. So, I mean, whenever I play that one live, I really just connect to it. The whole song, like from the very beginning, I just feel like really like me and the song are kind of one when I start that track. So not only do I really love to listen to it when I kind of play back some of my own stuff, but it's definitely one of my favorite that I practice and perform. So yeah, for sure. And that's one that I definitely want to do like a music video for and stuff down the
Heck
road. But
yeah.
the song is just
Mm.
so deep and important to me that I want to make sure
Yeah.
that the artistic parts of it when I do release the video, because right now I think it's only the audio on like my whatever I have currently for streaming, like YouTube and
YouTube,
SoundCloud.
yeah, I've seen that on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, but so eventually there's gonna be like music video for it and all
Mhm.
of that when I can really
Sweet.
everything together for it artistically. But yeah, I would say that's probably my favorite of all my originals. And behind that one would be Whiplash, my song Whiplash, because I actually play the guitar
I
solo
love
behind my head.
Whiplash. Yes,
Me
yes.
So I have a
too.
lot of fun doing that live because whenever I throw the guitar up behind my head to do the solo, people always freak out.
Yeah.
Gotta love
That
that
was
one.
sweet. Yes,
Oh
yes.
shit.
For sure.
Very cool.
So
Yeah.
so when you were talking about connecting to a song, like what was the name of your song again?
It's called Hollow Days.
Hollow Days, yes. So I guess my song, I do connect to a song like that. And it's a Green Day song. I was in a tribute band called Kaplunk. And it would be Wake Me Up When September Ends.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Because
definitely.
it's actually about the death of his father.
Hmm.
Even though the music video makes zero sense because about some
Yeah,
dude going off to war.
right.
But yeah, like I totally get what you're saying. Like when I played that song, even in practice or live, I tear up every damn time because like
Oh yeah.
I really can. So I totally
You can feel it.
understand. Yeah, I totally understand connecting with a song like that. Like so, that's awesome that you are able to do that. Oh, Casey even said that. She's like, Whiplash is the best one.
We
All
love
right.
Whiplash. Yes, Casey and I
Ooh,
agree.
dude, Jim Day says that you have
Oh
an
yeah.
Ozzy type voice on Whiplash.
He
Good
does.
deal. Good deal.
He does. Yeah.
I'm glad the people like it too.
Oh,
Yep.
here she said there's a few in Spokane: Groove Merchants, Total Trash Records, Go Records.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
Yep. 4,000 Holes is a great
Resurrection
one.
Records, 4,000 Holes. Dude,
there's
yeah,
some great
but
ones in town.
we don't live on
Spokane.
your side of the mountain.
Yeah.
I know it. I know it. I know that.
You're over the mountain from us.
So,
I know. Well, because, and one reason why, you know, I've been really interested in finding new record stores and things like that is because, you know, as I'm coming out with newer and newer music, you know, I want to be able to kind of stock my CDs in record stores and be able to kind of, you know, be a part of that kind of vibe of like, hey, yeah, come in and check out records you've never heard, you know, new music. It's not like, because I know a lot of people go to record stores for the old nostalgic music, you know, the old records that they want to hear, that they, you know, want the nostalgia from. But it's like, you know, what is going to keep record stores going is not only that, but when the new music, you know, what's new and hot and what's coming out and on the radio, you know, when those records are getting into the stores, I think, you know, that's definitely something that's going to just be a benefit. So, you know, the more that local artists can work with local record stores, I think that's just the better for everyone, because it'll help promote the record store and the artists. But, you know, that's kind of just how I feel on it. But yeah,
Well,
you know.
yeah, I totally hear you. That's where it's all from, the local scene, and that's who we support. Is everyone's local scenes. Everybody big started out local somewhere, and yeah, venues, record tours, and you know, other parts of the music community. We all need to band together to help keep it going.
For sure.
So Danny Six says, Cross-Eyed Bear is definitely my favorite. That's a damn good one too. You're right.
Oh, that is.
They're all good.
I forgot about that one. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a good one. I remember when you put that one out, I was like, yes.
The music video,
so awesome.
It's one of my favorites that we've done, and I've
mine too.
Of our own videos, so like it's kind of something where like, yeah, I'm learning how to kind of do it still for sure, but I just got to have a lot of fun with that whole project and everything we did, so it's cool.
So you did it yourself. You recorded your own music video.
Oh yeah, we record all our own music videos and do all of our own editing. So basically, like everything creative, we basically up until this point with the recording at Amp Wax, we've kind of just produced everything ourselves or co-produced pretty much everything artistically and visually. But yeah, so and I think that kind of helps me to connect to the artwork that I'm trying to put into my music, because I'm the one kind of getting to directly go through it with the band. And when I show it to the band, they give me their ideas and what they feel. And when the whole band feels like, yeah, this is something we really like, and, you know, this is something we feel fits our song and what we're trying to convey with the song, then you know, we kind of debate it and release it eventually when, you know, we feel like it's strong enough. But yeah, so that's kind of how the process works for when we're kind of making our own videos and whatnot.
That was so cool you do that. Yeah, we've worked with a producer for our music videos mostly, except for the very first one we did was for a project for someone else, and then from there it, you know, became something we wanted to really invest into, and we've got some really cool music videos out there. But we ended up editing our very first one, so I have a mad respect for people who do video editing. It's hard.
It's so hard, and it requires a lot more patience than I think I have.
The only music video I have ever done are like the live ones at shows. Like, those are the only. I'm lame.
You're not lame.
I need to.
The live ones are fun. I like doing live stuff.
Right, but I mean, it's just like, yep, they're playing at a show. Like, when you do a music video, I feel like you get to express yourself artistically a little more.
Yeah, that's what I love about it.
And get to explain like the emotion behind the songs that, you know, had inspired you to create such song.
Make a story, you know, like that.
Yeah, like, I feel I'm really missing out, and I'm really upset with my band, Hated Noise.
Calling out the
Gotta
band.
get,
Who
gotta
says
get our
after the
shit
day
together.
after the day recording?
Yeah, I say this after like recording. We recorded 20 tracks yesterday in 9 hours.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
it was
that's a list
crazy.
right there.
Yesterday out of all days. You know.
Yesterday.
That's crazy.
Dude,
Man.
we got so many first takes though because we had been practicing so much
That's the
going
thing about
into
coming
the
into the studio.
studio.
Yeah, you come into the studio tight, you can really knock it out in
Hell
good
yeah.
time, sure. So
Yeah,
yeah,
the recording, the guy who recorded us he was really impressed. He was like, damn, you guys work really super well together. And I was
yeah,
like, yeah, well, you do your work. But no, I really love your guys' video ideas and I love the stories behind them. And yeah, I can't wait to see what kind of new stuff you bring out, Jacob. It's gonna be
yeah. I'm
awesome.
excited. I'm excited.
So if you could play any venue in the world, where would you play?
Oh man, that's a really hard choice.
Or maybe
If I had
top
to
three.
put top three,
Right?
Yeah, top three venues in the world. There you go. Now it's not so hard, right?
right? I would say probably top three. I'll start with I'd like to play the Spokane Arena in my hometown because
Yeah.
that's where I grew up. All the crazy bands I got to see. I got to see Def Leppard, Motley Crue. I mean, I got
Ooh.
to see tons of awesome bands at the arena growing up, and I mean that would be the ultimate to get to play, somewhere like that, the Spokane Arena in my hometown. That would just be incredible. Or to get to do the casino opening up for one of my favorite bands. But
Oh
pretty
yeah.
much, I'd like to do Caesar's Palace or
Oh.
Madison Square
Oh.
Garden because some of my favorite stuff, like with Madison Square Garden, my dad had seen some of my favorite bands at like the all-time heights of their career. Like I mean, just all-time greats, legends in their prime, playing at these places. So, just the legacy of it, and just to be able to basically get to perform and like just to even stand where absolute legends got to do their thing is just always
Yeah.
incredible for me. So that would be awesome. And yeah, and I know some people that organize events and things like that with the Caesar's Palace
Wow.
hotels and all the get up and all that. And there's so many iconic memories in sports and everything like that. With that place. So I mean, anything like that would any venue like that is just a dream come true. So
Yeah, right.
absolutely. But yeah, just going to keep grinding and doing what we're doing, playing some really fun festivals and touring around and whatnot. And who knows where it might take us from there. But
Yeah, doing the festivals really gets your music out there. You meet a whole lot of people, network with a whole lot of really cool people. They're the best.
for sure,
And it's just plain fun.
Yeah.
it is. Outdoor music festivals with good weather and good people is about as good as it gets, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally where it's at.
So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna shamelessly plug our girl Allie. She says, I'm bored. No one has been recording at our studio. No audio, no video, no nothing.
Come on, guys.
So
Hit her up.
you guys gotta hit up Allie at the kennel.
Do it.
It's super fun. She'll make it worth your time. And you know what? She just got a whole shit ton of new equipment. So yeah.
Definitely got to
I
hit
think
that
she
up.
knows how to work it. You know how to work it.
Yeah, let a girl play with
Oh,
her audio
you have
equipment,
to.
man. Let's do this.
Right? And Law and Allie are just fun people. They're super sweet. I just love those guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, if you or anyone else wants to record, get a hold of our friend Alicia Hanna, and she'll hook you up. She's in the Tacoma area, but well worth it. Well worth the drive if you're from the other side of the mountain. Yeah.
Right. So Danny says you made Let the Devil in Sound the best it ever could be. That's cool shit.
I hope not. No, I mean I'm really stoked for that track. I'm really excited, like, because with him and I, he's all the way over in Ireland doing his thing, and he's really kind of just trying to become more so, I would say, kind of up and coming. He's only got maybe a couple of singles that he's released, and so this collab track, where I've already kind of come out with an EP and been touring and doing my thing for a little while here. I just really wanted to make sure we could do something, and just collaborate no matter what. I mean, I've never even met Homeboy in person, so I mean, just to just show the love, I heard his music, he heard my music and all that, and it was just like love from there. We're like, dude, I like what you got going on. And from there it was just rock and roll. So, I mean, I really wanted to make sure I put my best foot forward on that track and really, showed what I needed to convey, like with my portion of it, with the vocals and the harmonies and all that. Because, I mean, this is going on his first EP that he's ever released. So, and it's going on all platforms and everything like that. So I really wanted to make sure that, that was something that we sent just a lot of power and just raw rock and roll on the track. So I'm really glad that it turned out. For sure.
Yeah. So glad you guys connected. Yes. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, and shout out to my friend Chris Griffith. He's also out there in Ireland and whatnot. He's the one that linked us all up. He got turned on to music from us sharing stuff to all the Irish metal Facebook groups and things like that. So got turned on to that. Put our music in there with some awesome people he knows out that way, and linked us up. So I'm very excited.
Yeah,
and collaborate with more artists all over the world, because that's kind of one thing I really want to do.
And I have.
Agreed.
Yeah, yes. I have a homie in Cork, Ireland, who, I mean, he's on the radio. That's like his day job, but he also has a podcast that and it's for punk rock, and he does like he does a bunch of cool stuff. Yeah, Pierce McCarthy.
Oh yeah,
he's totally awesome. He does. He was a manager for punk rock bands back in the day, and he does like his. I think it's called Foreplay podcast over in Ireland. So yeah, you guys should totally check him out.
I would love to. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Maybe we could even link up on something sometime. I'd love to get on the podcast.
Yes, I would totally hook you guys up.
For sure. Hell yeah.
And you too, Danny Six. I see you, brother. I'll hook you up with her.
That's my guy right there. Yep.
Well, maybe someday you guys will get to meet in person. Maybe you'll go to Ireland and throw down on stage with them.
Yeah. So part of this too, the cool thing that I'm really excited about is that pretty much we wanted to come out with this track and kind of promote it on the local and community radio stations that I'm working with right now in my region, which are awesome. I mean, without them, I wouldn't get any radio play at all, with how commercialized a lot of things are with certain, radio stations and things, with not really allowing a lot of local, unsigned or independent talent to be featured. So a lot of these community radio stations that are funded by people that love music in the community, in my personal opinion, are some of the best stations, because they just have such a heart for the music.
Yeah.
So we're going to be getting a lot of this kind of material on these kind of radio stations and putting stuff out there. Also, I've been really blessed to get my radio stations some love out in like Australia, Banks Radio Australia. They actually ranked my last 2 songs that I sent to them in the top 10 on their radio rankings.
Dude, hell yes!
Cross-Eyed Bear, I think, was number 7, and then my song 1,000 Lives, which is a song about just deep love.
I heard that one.
That song actually made number 3.
Wow,
so,
dude.
Really just phenomenal things. I couldn't be more blessed right now. I got like this really cool magazine thing that came through, and got to be on that. So I mean, it's just, I've been getting to just do things that I've only dreamed about. So I mean, I'm just so excited, and all the new music I'm coming out with, I can't wait to just share it with everyone and just spread it around as much as I humanly can, because I'm excited about it, and I want everyone to get as excited about it as I can, because I just love sharing this part of my music and what I do just with everyone, man. So I'm just hype. I'm hype about it for sure.
Heck yeah, there's going to be a world tour soon. World tour when we can go, right, Jacob?
Oh, yeah. And hopefully,
I know our industry, like, is really a hard industry to be in. But how awesome is it? Like when all your like everything, the worlds just start connecting, stars align, and like you are living your dream. Like what an awesome feeling. I know it doesn't pay for shit. We even got our drink. We used to get drink tickets. Now no more drink tickets. Thanks, COVID.
Yeah, right. No, we're making it work, man. And like I said, I got a lot of people that I'm just really fortunate that support me. Like when I go out on the road, I have just wonderful supporters and people that help me out just to make it even happen. I mean, without the kinds of people that help me book out on tours and things, I mean, I would have never gone to California and toured. I would have never done probably half the things, that I've been totally gifted with being able to do in the past, couple of years and whatnot, since I've been building up the band and things like that. And all the places I've seen and people I met is just incredible. And yeah, and one thing I am really hopeful for is that in the future, we can use the single to cross promote me and Danny, and pretty much I'd like to do a tour out in a short tour out in Europe and do but like you were saying, sometimes it's just hard when things, you got to make it all work financially and whatnot. So and we are completely independent. We don't have any kind of label backing currently, which doesn't mean we aren't interested if there is a good label offer. But right now, I like to keep the integrity, of what we're doing artistically until we find something that's a good fit for us, on the business end of things. But I mean, I definitely want to tour through Europe and get to do that. And I would love to bring Danny out here because as an artist that wants to expand their music to the world, I understand how much somebody that's very similar to me wants to do something like that. So I want to encourage everyone as best as I can to do that. So help anyone I can to just get to share their voice and their dream and their music with as many people in the world as possible.
So Jim Day says he remembers back in the day in New York, they got free drinks all night. Yeah. Well,
man.
That was way before COVID.
Too. Yeah, North Dakota back in the day, we did too. In fact, there was a
and the
kid on stage.
COVID hit.
Yay! That's awesome, Danny.
Sweet. Hell yeah! Like I will totally go to the Danny Six and the Jacob Van O show. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll even be your roadie for the night.
Yeah, good deal. I think we're a good fit too. So it'd just be an awesome night wherever we decide to link up. So for sure.
Sweet. I want to shout out to our friend Don Rush. Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, Don, what's up? Adios.
Cheers to you too, dude. Thanks for tuning in.
For sure.
So you played a show in California. Did you play multiple shows in California? Did you do a little like West Coast tour?
We did, yeah. So pretty much we went out to so pretty much what's kind of crazy is we started off with 20 shows and we were calling it the Hell Yeah and Back tour. And it was basically based on a song that Ray Northwest had written. So we were co-headlining it for the most part, but there were other bands that would headline certain shows. So we were just kind of basically considering it like a direct support thing where we were kind of just both co-headlining or headlining throughout this whole tour. So we started with 20 shows. We got partway into that and we only had a few more and we were like, cool, this is really good. Well, from the shows we had done, people were hearing about it. Other promoters were talking to other promoters because we were bringing a lot of high energy, good music. And we were always trying to pride ourselves in being very easy to deal with and very easy to book.
Yes.
Because one thing that we don't want to ever be is a musician that's just difficult or
you don't want to be a nightmare.
Yeah, like you just don't want to be that person. It doesn't work out good for you or any of the crew that's doing, because there's always so much crew that are working and sometimes for free for you. And so going into shows and acting like a rock star, nobody has time for that. So
no, they
that's
don't.
Kind of the way I see that, and so for me, it was just kind of like, we got to figure out how to make all of this kind of work out and keep going forward with touring and be able to just, treat everyone how we needed to while we were on the road. And so then we kind of just started picking up with working with all these people and connecting all of these different promoters together.
Nice.
And we found that the more that we were able to work with more varying promoters, the easier it was to tour around. So
yeah.
I mean, basically we got linked up, and what started as 20 shows wound up turning into, I believe it was over 55 shows by the end of the tour.
Oh my God, that's an awesome tour.
It was like over
wow.
the whole, like, yeah, we just didn't stop. We started going and just never stopped from there.
Like the Grateful Dead.
I was gonna ask you what venues you played, but never mind. Like
55.
all of them.
Remember?
All of them. I played them all.
That's actually one of my goals, is to say I've played all of them. So yes,
I like that goal. That's a good goal.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
and some nights,
you're young yet.
right. And there would be some nights where we would play a show, like we played out at Louis G's in Fife, and then got done there and went out to the Mirkwood Public House in Arlington the same night.
Hell
so
yeah, that's a night right there.
Go out to the next show and play that, or we'd go play one show and play another show the next night. So it was really about me trying to fill in as many shows as I could, because I really was like, I want people to just know what I got going on.
So Louis G's is about an hour, maybe an hour, 15 minutes from my house, and Arlington is like 20 minutes from my house. That's crazy. That is like an hour and a half between shows, just traveling time.
With traffic.
Yeah.
Traveling time.
Yes.
We opened up for Voodoo Death Gun at Louis G's.
Traffic
We opened up the first show and then headlined the second one, and that's the only way we were able to make it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, see, that's how you got. Yeah, that's impressive. I'm impressed. Like I've done double headers before, where like I open up at one place and I close at another place, but it's like literally 20 minutes down the street.
Not like
an hour and a half one way.
Yeah, no.
Like,
so it was crazy.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, and it's just like, it's just like, for me, like I do the social media stuff and all that, but for me, the best way for me to connect to new fans and new people that really love music and whatnot, it's always been playing live. It's always the connection of playing live for me is so much more superior than interacting on social media.
When you're on stage, there's more intimacy with your audience, because you are
more
literally you're bearing your soul out on stage to your fans and the audience. Like there's just way more intimacy face to face than like some recording that you did at some asshole's house.
Exactly. For sure.
Yeah. And we all were forced to live stream last year, and that was challenging for us because we couldn't feel that intimate energy from our crowd. It was like, wait a second, are you guys there?
Yeah. The weirdest part for me was finishing a song and then there's no noise. It's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next song.
Pretty much all my shows, but
the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, the canned applause. Yeah.
Oh, we should have done that. We should have had like canned applause and just been like,
oh yeah, I could have totally figured out the sound effects, man.
We got to figure that out.
We're gonna step this up. See, we're working on it.
We'll get a lot. We'll get a green, like a back green drop and green screen, and we'll have like an audience back there.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Like on a film, so it looks like they're clapping.
Nice. That'd be so awesome.
It would be. Yeah, we learned a lot live streaming our concert series last year, like what to do, what not to do, what works, what compression is on most platforms.
Yeah.
How to manipulate it. Oh, Jim and Dave played with them. Sweet.
I really feel like everybody has played with Voodoo Death Guns, though.
They're awesome. They're one of my favorite bands.
They are amazing.
I haven't played with Voodoo Death Guns
yet. Man.
I love them.
And Aaron is such a nice dude. Like, they're all just like super sweet guys. Just super nice dudes.
I could see the Maxwell throwing down with them,
for sure. And Chris, their drummer, is an awesome guy. He actually did a really cool little music festival thing out at his own house. and we got to come out.
Awesome! Oh, Chris is the shit, man. He's cool.
Wait, which
I
Chris?
love Voodoo Death Gun. There's just, oh yeah, I love them. They're one of my favorite locals. We've done a lot of festivals
Isn't his name
together.
Sadval? I'm trying to say his last name. It's the drummer, right?
Sandoval?
Thank you.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Sandoval? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I could be
I
butchering
think so
it.
too. I
Sandoval.
Yeah. No, I love him, and the whole band's fantastic. We've done the State Line Music Festival at Cruisers out by.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've gotten to do a lot of festivals and really cool gigs together. So I mean, whenever those guys want me to link up on the road, I'm there because they're one of my favorite bands to go on stage with for sure.
That's sweet. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited I get to share the stage with Hands of Deliverance and 15 Stitches when we come out in August. So it's going to be a tear 'em up metal show, guys.
Rip it up. Hell yeah, guys.
Oh, I remember Chris.
Yeah, we've had Chris on the show.
Awesome. Yeah, he's super awesome, dude.
I follow Chris quite a bit. He's a pretty cool soul, man. I like it.
Well, he hasn't really posted much, I don't think, has he? He doesn't pop up.
He kind of keeps it pretty low key with the posting, I think. Yeah, he kind of lets some of the other guys maybe do a little more of the social media stuff for him. But no, he's just a great guy. Love talking to him and just a really genuine guy. Loves the music and loves people. So yeah, no, just fantastic.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing. Sure. Like, yeah, I remember him now. Like, we had a really good talk. The last time I played a show with Voodoo Death Gun. So, and I believe that was at Tony V's.
Oh, awesome. That's another place I haven't played yet. I'd love to get to. Yeah.
Me too, dude. I was going to play there last year, and then COVID happened, so I was scheduled to play Tony V's. So eventually, I'm going to play
You guys would kill it at Tony V's. Like, he's booking shows now.
I'd love it.
I mean,
I'd love it.
Yeah, I haven't.
Oh yeah, no, maybe we could jump on a really cool package or something, trying to come through there. Maybe do some opening up for some really cool bands. That'd be cool. Who knows?
Ooh, yes. Well,
sweet.
Yes. Yes. We got to make that happen. We got to make the Maxwells and Gigaveno and possibly Hated Noise.
Let's do it.
Hated Noise might have to close out the night, though. Sorry.
Sounds good.
Let's see, what does Casey say here? That part of the show when Jacob runs around through the crowd with his guitar. Hey, do you do you do that? Do you do
What's that? What's that?
You run through the crowd with your guitar?
Yes, I do. Yeah, during my song "Winds of Change," I do have a wireless setup. So basically, I didn't always have a wireless setup. Very early on, I had a cord, and I was like, "Man, this is just too constricting. This isn't working out." So I took it off and started running around, and the more and more we kind of realized that people liked, that kind of an direct interaction or whatever with who they were watching on the stage. A lot of people don't expect that. They don't expect the artist to come off of the stage necessarily all the time. So I just felt like people were shocked that I could even do it, I guess.
Yes.
When I was about 22, 23 in Centralia, there was this band playing this venue called the Doghouse. And this guy, I played the Doghouse like 1,000 times. I mean, there's like 2 venues in Centralia. So as a musician, you play them often. So there was this new band coming in town, and the guy came off with his bass, and he's just like walking around. I just thought he was such a douchebag. Just like, whatever, guy. Go up on there where you're supposed to be. I don't know why I thought that. I just thought he was just kind of like,
the vibe.
Look at me, look at me. When I know that's not the whole thing, because like obviously now that I'm an experienced musician, I don't think that at all. But back when I was a kid, I was just like, oh my God, look at this guy. He's such a nerd. Oh. I don't know. But the wireless thing just I feel super bad about it today. Like, oh man, that guy was just trying to like make his way, and I was kind of being a bitch about it.
Oh man.
Like,
Punk rock, my friend.
Yeah. I know. But I mean, it was after my band, and he made my band look bad. So just because he had a wireless and he could walk around the stage.
Oh man.
That shit's cool though, man. Oh man, it was life changing to have a wireless mic on my head for singing and drumming, instead of having to like cock my head to one side for a microphone. You know, like I was so over that, having it on my head so I could, you know, move around, because I get emotional with what I'm singing, and I want to be able to just feel it and drum with it, and to have that headset on, life changing, totally life changing. Loved it
for sure.
And Maxine's the one that got me into getting a wireless headset because of that.
Because of that, yeah. Because
particular
of that
reason, because I was learning at that time, and I didn't want a stationary because I am a drummer. And yeah, because of Maxine, she changed my life.
Oh, you changed mine too. Cheers, girl.
So many ways.
Ching.
Ching.
We've been drinking. We forget which side it is now. So plug yourself.
So Casey said that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say that Casey said is a fantastic venue, and she loves. Who doesn't like?
I know.
So
I'm dying to play out there.
Like last time, no, the first time I played Tony V's, it was in the old club, and you get there, and it sucked because you had like these little teeny tiny stairs that you had to go up to get to the stage. It was crappy. I hated the stage. It's so tiny, nowhere to go. You had these huge speakers under the front of his stage because that's the only place they could fit. Because he got a new sound system for, you know,
that makes sense.
Very cool. Very
live
cool.
bands and stuff. So now that he's in the bigger venue, like, oh man, it sounds so good, and the stage is amazing. Just putting that up there.
That's
lots
awesome.
of room.
So he got to expand his space. That's really cool.
That is cool.
Not only that, but like, you know how the setup area is about like a square foot, and like 3 bands have to like build their drums in this square foot area.
Oh, that's
been there.
So Tony V's backstage area is like huge. You could probably have like 7 drum kits set up back there easy.
That is freaking sweet.
Nice.
You know, the Mirkwood was kind of like that, but their storage, it used to be anyway, it was so full that it was kind of like everybody playing Tetris in the little spaces that were allowed back there, and now they've cleaned out their storage, and it's much more roomy. It's huge back there.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, because it's been a while since we played there, but that's definitely what it was kind of like when we got there too, especially because we were in a rush from playing our first gig, trying to get there. So, yeah, it was kind of crazy for loading over there too, for sure.
Yeah, you guys get on the ramp and then up. I mean, it's a cool venue. Like, don't get me wrong.
Oh, it is. Yeah, no, for sure.
But like, they got the ramp and the stairs, and then inward, and then behind the stage.
It's a long way to take some gear in, you know.
The ramp is still there, and you know the green room area is still there, or I don't even know what you would call it, the setup area. The stage is still there, but there's only I guess the dance floor is mostly there, but they made like this balcony area.
Oh, that's great. You were saying
so there's like right next to the sound booth, there's like a set of stairs that goes up to like this loft area with a bunch of tables and everything, so people can actually see the stage from above now.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, that's definitely new when we went there last. And the guy that was running sound there was awesome, I recall too.
Oh, Randy. His name is Randy, the long-haired dude.
Yeah,
no,
yes.
I was thinking of the door guy. Randy's the door guy.
I think this dude had a really long beard, like a super long beard, but he was awesome.
Yes,
He was an
short
awesome
hair, long beard. Yeah.
he was an awesome guy, and I had just a really good time when I played out there. And sometimes, the sound people can definitely make it or break it,
Oh,
with the
definitely.
how a set
Yes.
sounds. So when you have a
You're
really good
lucky.
sound, it's so helpful.
You're lucky you didn't get the deaf guy that also does sound at the Mirkwood.
Oh.
So, oh, I didn't know there was one. Oh man.
There's a deaf guy.
Oh.
So yay.
Swinging it, I guess. I don't know.
Feeling the vibrations of the music. It's easy to do there.
If you can, that's incredible, because that's marvelous.
That's so insane. I guess the first time Jim Day ever caught a show at the Mirkwood, there was a little person hanging out there, and he said it made it feel more authentic, because hobbits.
Oh, because of the Mirkwood itself, yeah.
That's
the hobbits.
I love their whole, I guess, aura of it. That they do embrace the.
Oh my God! Lord of the Rings, what is it called? Lord of the Rings. I'm like, it's the Ring of Fire. What is it? It has something to do with rings. Ring of Tradition? No, that's not it.
And they have all their pictures of Gandalf everywhere.
Dude, they covered up the, the stallions on the stage, the painted stallions.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, they covered those up. So I'm a little pissed about that, because that shit was awesome. That's how you knew you were at the Mirkwood, because you had these awesome stallions painted in velvet.
Oh yeah, I do remember the crazy paintings that were in there too.
Beautiful paintings. Oh my gosh.
Dude, the Mirkwood is amazing. It's all ages. It has vegan food. Mm-hmm. It has 2 bars. It's kind of the all-around great deal. They pay well. You get nice food. Heather Beck is amazing. She's one of the owners.
Dang, their food is good. You're right. Their food is good.
For sure.
Now I'm getting hungry. Got the munchies, guys.
Me too.
Remnants of yesterday.
Well, how late did you play the festival, Jacob? You were playing a festival just last night. So how late were you out?
Yeah, it was a little bit later, but pretty much it was like we played the festival we played for the 420 thing there was really cool, and we got to play at 4 o'clock, so our set time was running into 420, so that was perfect. I was like, good deal, playing a set at 420 on 420, can't go wrong with that. So that was a good deal. That was a good deal.
Right.
Right on, dude. That's a bucket list item. Check.
Yeah, right. I was like, okay, good deal.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I got to play an Irish pub. I played O'Malley's over St. Patty's Day weekend back in 2019. I was like, bucket list check, Irish pub and St. Patty's Day. Yes.
I got that one in. Yep. And I love O'Malley's too. They're a great crowd over there. So.
Good people, good food. Yet again, our venues out here are just amazing, guys. Check them out if you haven't. Danny says, would be sick to do a Jacob Van O and Danny Six at the Whiskey A Go Go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's an iconic venue. Yep.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
My friends in Undercard, they got to open up for, which I've actually gone and done some really cool live features with them, opening up for the bands, the live and the band Royal Bliss. But they got to actually open up for Steel Panther at the Whiskey a while back. That was cool. So, I mean, anything like that, man, would be just incredible. I mean, the venue's iconic. I mean, all the bands that have been through there, I mean, anywhere like that would just be amazing. So, yeah, there's a lot of just crazy things like that I'd love to get to play.
Jim Day said maybe the Showbox.
Yeah, I'd love to play the Showbox. Let's get it. Let's do it.
Yes, do it. We're putting together your show as we speak. This is happening.
Right?
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
Sometimes we've done that before. We've done that
Let
live.
me write this down. Oh yeah, we've done that.
We've had booking agents in the chat book our guests on festivals and concerts. It's so cool. Yeah, like here.
It's so helpful. Well, because a lot of times what I tell my friends and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, I want to see you here or there at this venue or on this." I'm like, go tell that venue. Like, tell that, just if you like that venue and you like going there, tell somebody.
Yes.
Hey, you should book this guy. Because most of the time when I get booked for some of my best gigs are just because my friends have referred me to an awesome venue, or another fellow musician has decided to put us on a bill. So I mean, most of the time that's how we get a lot of our really great gigs that we get to do with other really amazing artists. So yeah, I mean, I'll play anywhere if I get requested or asked to come play. I'm there. So pretty much whatever works out for me.
So y'all got to get a hold of them, booking agents, promoters. Where are you at?
Well,
you want to book Jacob Van El for your next event?
Yes, please. Please and thank you.
I
think maybe possibly we're back in phase 2. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Right.
But when, I don't know if and when things are ever going to open up, but could you imagine only 25% of people at like the Whiskey A Go-Go are Showbox? That'd be sad.
Right.
We got to get you guys more fans than that. Like, and I hate to say it, but man, we need our venues back.
There are venues out of state though. So Idaho and Oregon are more open. Oregon goes back and forth, I guess, but Idaho has been more open than Washington State has as far as live music has gone, including Montana even starting to open up more of their venues for bands to go play. And Montana's not really a hot music scene, but if they've got venues to play, musicians will go. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we?
And I know there's a lot of music lovers in Montana, and I got a lot of fans out in Missoula and stuff like that. A lot of really cool supporters and stuff like that. But yeah, like before Corona, we had never played in Missoula. The only place in Montana we had played was Troy, Montana, at the State Line Bar and Casino out in Troy. Yeah. Before a couple of times. But yeah, so other than hitting there a couple of times on the road, we hadn't booked anything in Missoula. So when we got booked during Corona, we got booked for a show in Missoula at a place called Monk's. And we were going to be opening up for the band Green Jello.
Oh, so wow. Dude.
Yeah, I'm friends with those dudes.
That's cool.
Yeah, for sure. So we were going to get to open up for Green Jello. And then unfortunately, with everything that happened with coronavirus, that wound up getting canceled because of what was going on with Montana and everything at the time. But yeah, so I'm glad that during the Clonapalooza festival that's coming up, we're going to be doing that. We'll get to open up for Green Jello for that show. So
that's cool.
That is really cool, dude.
They're a really fun live band, and I hope I get to link up with them on some future gigs and stuff.
Yeah, they look like a lot of fun, dude. Mm-hmm.
For sure.
So, oh my God, I'm going to screw this up. So our friend Jim Day is part of a club that supports music. And
awesome.
Jim, I know you can hear me. Please send me the name of your damn club because I cannot for the life of me remember. But he said that he is definitely going to push his club to come see you guys when you are starting to set up shows. So yeah, awesome. And then he had to do the little little bit.
Yeah. There you go.
That's the best one, man. Seriously. Man. Hey, shout out to Kara Michelle. She's saying, "Yo, dog," to Jake.
Yeah, I saw that. I told her, I was like, "Welcome to the show. Good to see you tonight."
Yeah, her and I got to do a gig together, I believe, at the I think it was at the Royal Bear, and that was a really good one. I think it was her, me, and then there was another band, I believe, and then I know I think Deadbeat Blackout also performed that night.
Oh, that
Yeah.
That was for a
Steve Unger
benefit.
from Metal Church showed up to that
I
show.
remember seeing
Oh,
that stuff posted.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
so
cool.
I got to meet Steve from Metal
Oh
Church and everything
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
I think
I had met Steve's kids that are in They're in Sin
Sin
Circus. His
Circus.
son.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I got to
we
meet
know
them
Sin Circus.
first, and then I got to meet him. So that was very cool. Very cool.
That
Yeah, I
is
know
really
Derek
cool.
Unger. Everybody knows Derek Unger.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. Awesome
I think
guys,
Mac-
musicians.
Maxine, haven't you played a show with Kira Michelle also?
I haven't done a show with Kira Michelle, no, but I have played the
Really?
Royal. I did play the Royal Bear with Deadbeat Blackout when we did the Three Ring Circus tour
Three
with
Ring
Hard
Circus.
Circus,
Right.
and we played with Yak Nasty that night too. Yeah, and Black Sabbath Experience. That's where I met all those guys too.
Oh, the warning.
Yes, the warning.
Warning.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very
Yes.
cool. Yeah, we played with them at
they are
I believe it
so
was called
cool.
the Airport Tavern in Tacoma. We played with the tribute. So
Nice. Yeah, they're a bunch of really cool dudes too. And seriously, sounds just like Ozzy if you close your eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like Ozzy. Oh my God, it trips me out.
So, fun fact, Steve Moonfish and I go way back before he was ever in the warning. He was, well, in the band Moonfish, which Adam is now in, and I think it's changed to 21 Day Coma. A lot of things have happened.
Oh, gotcha. So that's the lineup from Moonfish. Okay.
Well, it used to be like John, the drummer, Steve, and then this other guy, Brandon. But Brandon got really super sick. I'm not even sure what happened to him. Last I heard, he was in intensive care for like months. Like everything shut down. And so, like, Moonfish just kind of died.
I see. Huh. Well, and Adam was at our show and saw Steve on stage and was like, I was in a band with that guy. I recognize that guy. And then after their set, they started talking and they realized they were in that band together. It was really cool.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was in a band with you, wasn't I? Maybe.
I've been in so many bands. It happens. So Jim Day put his club up there, guys.
Small World.
New York Death Militia.
Yes.
Nice.
And he is the Washington chapter for the Washington Death Militia Club. There you go.
Yes.
Really cool concept on the metal scene there with those guys supporting the local scene in metal and other rock and roll bands. Very good.
And I know, like, it sounds really hardcore, like the New York Death Militia coming to your shows, you know? But really, it's just like a bunch of people just like really supporting, you know, local music, our cause, especially the metal industry. So metal punk, I guess. I don't know. If you guys do you know Troll at all, Jacob?
I don't. Oh wait, yes I do. Yes I do.
You've had to have met Troll through.
Yes I do. Yes I do. He's done sound. Yes, he's done sound and all kinds of stuff. Road Crew. Yeah. Yes, I have.
He is in the New York Death Militia.
He is. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's my guy right there. So yeah.
So there you go. Now you know that the New York Death Militia isn't like the super scurry like gang. Like it's just a bunch of dudes like Troll going to shows supporting our cause. So
hell yeah. Like, no, and he's an awesome dude. So that's sweet. That's really cool.
Yes.
Good deal.
Danny Six says, you have a fan base in Ireland, bro. We jammed the EP in my house and headbanging the entire night. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Rock on, man. That's what's up right there.
And you listened to Whiplash. I know you did.
You got
Whiplash from Whiplash because I did.
Right.
No, I always do. That's what I say when I play it. I'm like, hey, if you guys don't get Whiplash with me, that's a bummer because I know I'm going to have it myself. So.
If you don't get Whiplash from Whiplash, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, you're not doing it right for sure.
Nope. Try again. Don't pass go.
Oh man.
So Jacob, plug yourself. Where can our viewers find you?
Yeah, so pretty much right now we only got a couple of low-key shows and whatnot, but you can find me on all my social media at Jacob Van Al Music. And very soon here on the 25th of this month here, we're going to be coming out with our collaboration with Danny Six and myself. That's going to be on all streaming platforms, that including Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Right now, I'm not currently on all the Spotify and whatnot myself for my personal music, just my collaboration project. But when we come out with the new full album with Hangout Studio, that's going to be on all platforms as well, including Spotify, YouTube, the whole nine. So, yeah, we're really going to do everything we can with our newer releases to get everything out on all the new social media, whatnot. But all of that, you can find me either at Jacob Van Now Music or at just Jacob Van Now. So, yeah, pretty much that's how it works out. Yeah. And just Google me and I'll pop right up. So, good deal.
It's true.
Yeah,
Google
that is
away,
true.
Guys.
Like when I was trying to tag you in our post, like there's only 2 Jacob Van No's, and like the other Jacob Van No is obviously not you. So I'm just like, no, I know it's Jacob Van No Music. I know that.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And I have a music profile that's Jacob Van Now Music, and then if anyone wants to add me on my personal profile, I use my personal profile a little more to connect directly with fans. So like if people directly message me or whatever, or have certain specific questions, I will still answer it on my personal band pages and things like that. But I check my personal account messages a lot more frequently. So I check that daily. I check my band page messages probably bi-weekly or like once or twice a week. I'd say I check the band page. So I don't get a lot of my messages on there unless it's through the comments section and whatnot, just because I do have 2 different profiles. But yeah, you add me on anything. And, definitely, I like getting connected with my fans, friends, supporters, and more. So for sure.
Right.
Very good to know. And I can attest, you do get a hold of people when we message you personally. So thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
That's awesome. All
Some
right.
people are a little lacking.
Exactly.
Some people are and some people aren't. So what advice would you give other musicians in the scene?
Well, I mean, one thing that I would probably like to give for advice to other musicians is just always find something to keep you newly inspired. So don't, like, for me, one thing that I always find hard, especially with how much workload that I put on myself and my band, because part of me, that's kind of just how I'm wired, is like I just have to put the pedal to the metal on things. Like I don't want to just be sitting around, you know, in the practice space. I got to get out, you know, I got to get out and do this and share this. So one thing that I've always found that keeps me pushing harder to always keep pursuing new things in music is finding new things for inspiration, whether it be another artist. Go find an artist you've never heard of and listen to music that they're making. See what they're doing, what inspires them, and talk to other artists and just find, you know, just different things that you can find that will inspire you and keep you not only like positively motivated in your music and your artwork, but also just positively motivated in your life. And that's kind of one thing that I've noticed that's helped me not only just in my personal, but in my stage performance and also in recording and writing my own music. It just kind of makes it all mean more to me in the end when I put it all together. So that's one thing I'd say.
That's awesome. Yeah, beautiful reflection. Yeah, awesome. Good advice. Thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely.
So what projects do you have coming up in the near future that we should look out for?
Yeah, pretty much with the new upcoming projects, I'm working on that collaboration single with myself and Danny Six coming out on the 25th.
Danny Six.
Me and Hangout Wk are currently working on several projects, some of which are hip-hop, some of which are more of the old school rock influence and punk influence. We've even just released a collab single called Blood Moon Ritual that just came out on our YouTube. That's me and Hangout Wk. And so yeah, I'm just working on collaborating. I'm also collaborating with a couple of different artists off of the BandLab app, because they'll just make their instrumental tracks available for vocalists to put vocals to sometimes, because they want to just collaborate and work with new artists. And so I've been finding artists that way and just working new material that way with different individuals.
Oh my God, I love
singles. And on top of that, I'm working on kind of co-producing some different collaborations with Ray Northwest and other artists from my region that I've worked with and toured around with. So that's kind of another cool thing about the self-produced album. On the back of it, I put that the disclaimer was that no bandmates were harmed in the making of this record, because the only people featured in the instrumental aspects of it are none of the members of my band. It's only other fellow artists that I'm collaborating with.
Oh, I love that.
So I'm basically writing the instrumentals to the songs and then getting all of these artists to work on it. So it's kind of just a big collaboration album that I've self-recorded. And that's called Psych Rock Occult, which will be coming out here hopefully within the next couple of months, around the same time that we release our Blunt Force Trauma album with Amp Wk. So got a couple new albums. Ray Northwest is working on EP and all that kind of stuff. So just working on a lot of new music and new music videos, hopefully. So
that is cool. So when you do a video with Ray Northwest, do you do that yourself too?
Well, there's some videos that we have done ourselves. Currently, what I've been doing with him is making like these kind of basic visualizer kind of video clip things with just like our imagery in it and stuff, just so that we can post the official audio, kind of get people used to the sound of what the music's going to be. And then Ray Northwest actually works exclusively with a couple of different producers for his videos.
I thought so, yeah.
So when he comes out with his videos, he works with several different producers to kind of keep a very different flavor to everything. So him and I may do some self-produced work that I do the video for, because like he did a cool little almost like a live performance one-take video that I actually filmed and completely produced of him doing his song All Gas, which was really cool because he actually did it out of the back of a truck as it was moving in the middle of the woods, and we filmed it, and I was hanging out of the sunroof filming him. So
oh my God.
So I mean, we've done very unique things like that just to really get a very live, unique feel. But when we want something that looks very produced, we may more than likely go to one of his particular producers for something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
The material was produced through a company like that, or someone that does production. You guys are just a lot of fun. Like whatever you do, you guys are just a lot of fun to watch.
If you're not having fun, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I love the energy that you and Ray Northwest like have together. Really, you guys work so well together.
Good fit
for
there.
Sure. For sure, he's definitely my favorite artist to do music with. So, absolutely.
That's awesome. Shout out to him.
Yeah, Ray Northwest. Boy,
yes, I guess we love you.
So Jim Day's really pushing this Jason Becker dude. So
right on, dude. Right on.
We will check him out, dude. Calm down.
Tell him to check us out, because that's how people have found. They just message us, man.
Yeah, check Jacob Van No out. Check Musicians Hangout out. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Share the love. That's what we do.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So yeah, check out Jacob Van L. Music online. Follow him everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, and your community is huge. You know so many people, Jacob, because you've done so many things. So you have a huge music network.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very thankful for the people that I've met and the people that have decided to, just give me opportunity and, hear what I have to present, when it comes to my music and the message that's in my music. And I try to just be, positive and things like that with everything that I try to, put out, and just have a real good energy about me. And thankfully, it seems like that's been really contagious amongst the regional, music community. So really, it's kind of getting to a point where, as much as I love the local community, I have so much supporters and fan base all over, that I got to spread myself out a little more, So that's one thing that's been really thankful, is that I've been able to really share my music and what I have to say, in my songs with so many people all over, and build such a great connection of amazing people. So, I mean, that's one thing I'm definitely really thankful for.
Hell yeah, it's been really awesome to watch you do that and be part of that too, being part of a network with you too, because I've found a lot of really cool people by featuring you on our show, being connected with you on Facebook and social media. Like awesome. I said earlier, that's how Danny Six found us. It was through you. and he
Awesome.
reached out to us, and now we're going to have him on our show in June.
That's
And
exciting.
yeah, and then our past guests, they tune in and they keep us up to date on what they want us to share to keep promoting them. So please keep connected with us, Jacob, and let us know how we can keep promoting all of your shows coming up, any projects that you have, and EPs and albums. Definitely, we'll push them for you.
Absolutely,
Yes.
yeah. Any cool ideas we can come up with, I'm game. That's always awesome. So for sure,
Hell
thank you.
yes.
Hell yes, hell yes. And yeah, we are definitely looking forward to this year because it's turning a corner. We're definitely seeing the light at the end of the tunnel versus, our dreaded 2020 days.
Yeah, serious.
Fingers crossed.
For sure.
Okay, so Jim Day's back on the Jason Becker is an influence type old school dude that was up and coming with Marty Friedman. Okay.
Awesome. And
I don't
Friedman,
know.
fantastic.
I'm
Who
not
is
dead
Mark?
yet.
I don't know who Marty Friedman is.
We gotta
I
do
believe he
all
was
of
a
this
guitar player
research.
for Megadeth. I'd like to say, I want to say
Oh,
guitar player for Megadeth. So
I think you're right. Yeah, dude.
I'm a
that's
drummer,
awesome.
so I don't know any. Like, I don't know. I know Dave Mustaine sang for Megadeth.
yeah.
That's what I know.
For
And
sure.
and Dave Mustaine used to be in Black Sabbath.
Metallica.
Metallica. I don't know. See, I'm even bad at that.
That proved your point even more, I think.
I'm just like, I need to take more notes. Like, I don't know. I didn't know it was a quiz.
I wasn't ready.
Just kidding.
Oh man.
He said, "Oh God, this is hilarious."
Mega
Chester's
Dave.
like,
Yes.
Mega Dave.
Shout out to Chester. Chester
And-
says that he's just now tuning in because he was recording. So that's cool. He was in studio.
Dude, yeah, but wasn't he doing like a video though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did a music video. I wasn't even shooting a music video. I was just like trying to throw my damn tracks down.
That's all the business, and then the fun comes later, Crash.
Yeah, like, I don't even get the fun part yet. I
It's
get the sore hurting part.
Coming.
Oh man.
Oh, Casey is like, Chris Broderick also played guitar in Megadeth. He's a cool guy. That's cool. I like to hear when cool people are cool dudes. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I want to look up this documentary, though. I'm not dead yet. Yes, I'm looking that up.
He said that he's been shooting a video for the Noon Tune. Dude, that's even better.
Nice. You'll have to share it with us because we'll share it on our show.
Yeah,
I gotta find somebody to stand in as a bass player for any.
Do you need Buddy?
Maybe.
Buddy can play bass. Can you play? Can you play bass, Buddy?
Player.
Hey.
Yes.
He might be a little tired.
He'll totally do it. He'll fit right in.
He will.
Good deal.
He just has to show up. That's all Buddy does. Hey, yo.
So Danny Six is like, there may be a video in the future for the
I'm with it.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, I want to play the devil.
Oh, darn. You have to fly to Ireland to shoot a music
play the
video.
Jeremy's like, I can bass when. We don't really, our schedule is kind of wonky right now. It's crazy. So weird crap just happened like 2 days ago. So
Chester.
Well, guys, we have. I know that would be so awesome. Actually,
hell yeah, that would be.
You would actually fit. He would fit right in with the whole Hate a Noise crew. Like he really would. So we have like 2 minutes left. Yeah, Chester is badass. I love Chester.
My puppy totally heard you say that. 2 minutes left, and he goes.
Aww. Chester says that you seem like a cool.
Thank you.
He is a cool cat. Like if you don't know who the hell Jacob Bano is, you need to like You need to go check him out. He's got all sorts of cool shit on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and I don't know, all those places. What else is there? The Pandora. Are you on Pandora? Yeah.
Are you on TikTok?
That's one thing we're waiting to get onto is Pandora when we're on the new album. When the new album comes out, that's going to be on Spotify and all that good stuff. So,
ooh,
sweet.
Yeah,
very cool.
He says, "I will. Let's connect, Daddy-O." God, I love this guy.
You guys should connect. That'd be cool.
Here.
Good deal.
Hell yeah. Chester's
he's
the
out
man,
in Idaho. He's closer to you. So, yeah.
Awesome.
I think he's in Boise, I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Chester, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember where in Idaho you are, but you're closer to Jacob than we are. So,
yeah.
Connect.
Yes.
Very cool.
Well, Jacob, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with us. And, of course, you have to come back and play a concert series for us, I guess.
Oh,
yeah. Anytime. You guys hit me up and I'm on it. So.
Hell yes. And Chester says that, yes, he's indeed in Boise.
I remember some things. See, I can remember some things.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to link up.
Yeah, and we'll see you in August. If we don't see you before then, we'll definitely see you at Rumors for the LLS benefit show. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. But I feel like we got to connect way before then, though. That's a long time.
Yeah, it is a long time. So let's get together, my peeps. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, cool cats and kittens. Thank you for tuning into Musicians Hangout tonight with your host, Crush Fistfight, Maxine Maxwell, and the amazing Jacob Bano.
Gone.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. I'll take us out. Hey, everybody. See you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
You can't